Just this past weekend, June 8th and 9th, 2025, downtown Los Angeles turned into a flashpoint. The LAPD declared an unlawful assembly during protests against federal ICE raids. What started as peaceful marches soon exploded. Tear gas, rubber bullets, burning Waymo self-driving cars, and National Guard troops in the streets. Cities almost never see this kind of militarized response. So, what really happened? Why did LA erupt, and what's the bigger story here? Let's break it down. Demonstrators first gathered to protest a series of aggressive ICE raids targeting LA's immigrant communities. By the third day, things were boiling over. Highways were blocked, bottles and rocks flew, and yes, self-driving cars were set ablaze. In response, the LAPD declared all of downtown an unlawful assembly late Sunday, ordering everyone to disperse or face arrest. But that wasn't all. President Trump ordered around 300 National Guard troops to the city, authorizing up to 2,000 for the area. Their mission: protect federal buildings. As tensions rose, police used tear gas and less lethal rounds to clear out crowds. For many, it felt less like crowd control, and more like a city under siege. Now, here's where it gets even more complicated. California's Governor Gavin Newsom called the federal deployment unlawful. He argued it violated state sovereignty since the White House never checked with his office first. LA's Mayor Karen Bass was right there with him, saying the federal troops just made things worse, not better. Newsom's promising to sue the federal government over all this, while Trump is doubling down, labeling protesters as violent insurrectionist mobs. He has so far stopped short of invoking the Insurrection Act, but says he'll do it if things get worse. If this all sounds familiar, there's a reason. Federal intervention in LA civil unrest isn't new. The last time the government sent in troops without the state's okay was back during the Watts riots in 1965. But the roots go even deeper. LA's Mexican-American community dates back to the city's founding in 1781, when it was still Pueblo de Los Angeles under Spanish then Mexican rule. In the 1920s, waves of migrants, chasing jobs in farming, construction, and the booming film industry, turned LA into the Mexican capital of the US. By 1930, it was the largest Mexican-American city in the country, and today, nearly 1 in 3 Angelenos is of Mexican descent. But that legacy hasn't always been smooth. The Zoot Suit riots of 1943, violent clashes between servicemen and Mexican-American youth, are a stark reminder of the city's long history with racial tension, protest, and policing. So why so many Mexicans in LA? After California became part of the US in 1850, many Mexicans already living here became American citizens. The early 20th century brought even more as labor demands soared and the Mexican Revolution pushed families north. Hollywood's rise and construction booms in the 1920s kept drawing people in. This migration shaped LA, making it one of the most diverse cities on Earth, and a frequent stage for struggles over identity and belonging. Bottom line, the unrest we just saw in downtown LA is more than a protest gone wrong. It's the latest chapter in a much longer story about police, politics, and the power struggles shaping American cities. If Newsom's lawsuit against the Fed succeeds, it could change how and when the federal government gets involved in local crises. But beneath it all is something bigger. LA's enduring, complicated story of immigration, identity, and protest.